Dude, you catch the game last night? It's crazy. Oh, hey man, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
The old ball and chains.
You said it. You said it, not me. Bye. Hey, honey.
Why are you late?
There's just some traffic.
Who are you talking to?
It's just Steve.
Funny how you can make time for him, but not for me.
Dang.
Ugh, the kids are going crazy. I haven't made supper and the house is a mess.
No worries, just as long as we get some me and you time tonight.
Are you even listening? I need your help.
Exactly. I'm gonna help you out later.
Get off!
What crawled up your butt?
I'll just do it myself. There's got to be at least one adult in this house.
You have no idea how much I do to take care of this family.
Do you even want to be in this marriage?
What kind of question is that? Of course I do.
You know what? I don't even know you anymore.
All this will blow off in the morning after you get some sleep.
No, it won't. I'm tired of us having the same arguments over and over again. We're going to marriage counseling.
There's no way I'm going to therapy.
So, what brings y'all in today?
Okay, so what went wrong in that video? We're going to break down some of the things the husband did and some of the things the wife did, but we're going to do it through the lens of emotionally focused therapy. What went wrong? Clearly, when that husband was driving up, he took a kind of laissez-faire approach to his wife. He said, uh-oh, as if something bad had happened. He took that cue from seeing his wife, who did look frustrated. What do you think that husband was interpreting that image of his wife as? Probably as there's a problem. So then he goes to her and he goes, hey, honey, in like a kind of a silly way. When he says that, she doesn't greet him warmly. She goes after him. Who are you talking to? Where have you been? Why are you late? And in that aggressive state, the husband does something. He starts deflecting and pulling back. And he might make a couple jokes that maybe aren't funny, but they could be funny, not in an argument though. After that happens, they start to get stuck in a cycle. And in emotionally focused therapy, the patterns couples get stuck in are always the bad guy. It's not the husband or it's not the wife. It's what they did when they got stuck in a pattern. The wife was upset, and when she got upset and made an aggressive comment towards the husband, he then made a deflective move by pulling away and making comments or jokes. She kept going towards him. He kept deflecting, but then eventually he goes towards her and he makes a negative comment about her. At that point, the wife says she's had enough. And we're going to couples counseling. The husband then goes, I'm not doing it. He backs away again. That is a pattern that couples can get stuck in. If that couple came to my office to see me, this is exactly what I would do with them. I would help them revisit that argument. Because when they had an argument, they were missing each other. They were not understanding a few key things. And that is what they were both needing. The husband might have needed to feel some understanding. The wife needed to be listened to. That's what she even told him. But in that moment, the husband wasn't able to really hear what she needed. I would work with that couple to process through what took place so they could more fully understand each other. And then once they understood each other, naturally, both of their positions would soften towards one another. The wife would hear and understand that in that moment, the husband just felt attacked, like he was bombarded before he even got out of the car door. And the husband would understand that his wife was overwhelmed. She'd had a tough day with the kids, and she was leaning really heavy on him getting home to give some support. And so when she saw him on the phone, it just tipped her over and she lashed out. The therapist would then help them communicate softly to one another. So if I was the wife, I would say something like, hey, husband, in that moment, I see how you felt like I just attacked you. You hadn't even gotten out of the car and I was on top of you and I was really interrogating you. Like, that's probably not a great way to come home and enter back into our house. And the husband would probably say, yeah, that's what it felt like. I just kind of reverted to making jokes because I was a little surprised. I would then help the husband say, wife, Looking back on it now, you were probably just standing outside because you were overwhelmed, you were past your limit, and you just needed help. When I started making jokes, especially jokes about coming on to you, that probably felt like I was overwhelming you more because instead of helping take things off your plate, I was actually adding them. And then when the wife hears that, she's going to naturally soften as well because it feels so good to be heard, acknowledged, and validated. And that's what happens in a couples therapy session. Let me know in the comments what your breakdown of that scenario is and what you might have tweaked or changed or how you would have communicated with your spouse in an argument like that. What was it that you would be needing to hear? What would you need in order to move on from that conversation in a way that brings you closer together? Because if that couple does not revisit that argument, one thing's going to happen. They're going to start moving further and further apart. So tell me in the comments what would help you move forward and resolve an argument like that.